Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So if you're new here, my name is Shah. I'm a branding and web designer based in the UK. And if you have seen any of my previous vlogs, especially the most recent one, you would have seen that I've gone into a little bit of a mid-year slump where I kind of have lost vision and lost sight of my plans for the next 6 months. And I think at the beginning of the year, it's very easy to feel motivated because you're setting New Year's resolutions. And then as you get to the mid part of the year, those have kind of faded away and the motivation has been lost a little bit. And for me, I was able to achieve a really big goal of mine, which was renovating the house I'm living in and being able to purchase it. So after that, I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit, and I feel like I've been on autopilot since then. So basically this whole series is about resetting my life and making new habits, and basically the whole idea is to create some habits that I want to stick to for the next 30 days, and hopefully that will reboost my motivation and take me out of this rut that I have been in for a little bit. So I've got the habits, I've written them down on my iPad. And I'm going to share these with you in hopes that it will hold me accountable, and hopefully if you're feeling like me, it will inspire you to do the same thing. So I'm going to share these with you, and then what I'm going to do is kind of document the next week, see how everything goes, and then get back to you guys at the end of the week and give you an update of how everything has gone. And then I will probably do this series as a week by week. Now I'm just going to get into sharing those habits that I've set for myself for the next 30 days. So what I've done is I've split up these habits into work and also health and wellness. So I'm just going to read to you what I've written. So for health and wellness, I want to get into a really good sleep routine because I have found myself going to sleep around 1 a.m. Like I'd get into bed around 11 and then I wouldn't go to sleep because I'd be on my phone scrolling until 1 a.m. And then that would make me feel extremely tired the next morning, and it would cause me to sleep in, which would make me start work around like 9:30, 10, which is not really ideal. I'd prefer to be working and getting into a good morning routine before work. So I have set my sleep time to 10 p.m. latest, and then waking up between 7:30 and 8 a.m. So I've got like a little bit of a time to set my morning routine and have like a chill morning before I start work. The next thing I have is working out 2 to 3 times per week. So I have recently just got a subscription for Reformer Pilates, so that will hopefully keep me in check, but that is around 1 to 2 times per week. But I've put here 1 time Pilates and then 2 times at home or the gym, because I still have my gym membership, which I haven't really been using at all. So hopefully I can get some use out of that. And then leaving the house at least once per day. And I think this might seem a bit silly to most people, but if I'm really into work, I can go a day or two without leaving the house at all. And that's really bad for my mental health and not something that I want to be doing, especially because now it's summer. The next thing goes in with the health and wellness again is being mindful of having a more balanced diet. So I've recently found myself snacking so much. I will just buy whatever I like at the supermarket when it's time to do my weekly shop. For me, I am such a sweet tooth. I can go through so many snacks in just one day. Not to say that I'm going to limit myself, because I still enjoy having a treat here and there, but I don't want it to become the norm where I'm just consuming a bunch of unhealthy food all day, every day. So that's definitely in there, to be more mindful of what I'm eating. And then the last one is plan at least 1 to 2 fun things per week. So this could be an activity or eating out at somewhere nice. And I've been actually really good at doing this recently. I feel like that was something that I was lacking last year, where all my time was going to work and I just didn't have time to enjoy myself. So since summer has hit, I've been making more of an effort to go out, go and do some fun things. And I just want to continue doing that. So I'm going to make sure to plan at least 1 to 2 fun things, like I said. And then it just reminds me that life isn't all about work and it's about having fun. So those are all my new health and wellness habits. And then in terms of work, I have quite a few as well. So I think this kind of goes in with the health and wellness, but having a workday routine. So currently I kind of start whenever I want to start, whenever I have woken up, and then I can work up until I go to sleep. And that could be sometimes 10 p.m., 11 p.m. And this isn't good for me going to sleep because my mind is so active and it's really hard for me to relax and get to sleep. So that's why I won't end up sleeping until 1 a.m. So I'm going to be more conscious of closing my laptop latest by 6 p.m. and having that cutoff point so I can kind of relax and have some downtime before I get into bed, which will really help me fall asleep faster, I think. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. And then being more organized with my work on my computer. And this is a bit of a funny one because if you're anything like me, you get stressed when your desktop is looking messy, when you've got loads of emails everywhere, when your folders aren't organized. And I've really just been slacking on this recently. Like my desktop is a complete mess. I haven't organized any of my clients' folders. Obviously, when I send them to them, it's all organized on their end, but in my back end on like behind the scenes of the client work I'm doing, it's so messy. So I put in there to be more organized with how I'm storing my work on my computer. The next thing is blocking out more time for content creation. So this is extremely important to me over the next 30 days, and hopefully it will be a habit that lasts on throughout the year. And that is really because I want to market myself more. I want to market my business and build kind of like a personal brand. So I want to make sure that I'm posting at least one YouTube video per week. Hopefully two, but I know that things have been a little hectic recently, so I want to start small, but at least one, and then going up to two per week, and then 3 pieces of content per week. So that could be on TikTok or Reels. But yeah, I just want to get into the groove of posting Reels, creating content more. And that is definitely one of the biggest goals in this 30 days. The next one is setting more boundaries with clients. And I feel like I've gotten better with this over time, but I still feel like I have a bit of people pleasing tendencies where I find it really hard to say no. If a client asks me to do something, I'm like, yeah, sure, don't worry, it'll take me 2 minutes. But it really doesn't take me 2 minutes. I mean, like, it's taking time out of my day, it disrupts my workflow, and I just have to learn to say no or either charge them for that work, because I have past clients asking me to do some revisions for the website and I just do it without thinking twice, and then I'm like, why did I say yes to this? And also just when clients are messaging me, I don't need to reply straight away. Sometimes I feel like I have to just drop what I'm doing, reply to them instantly, but I need to know, like, if it's past 6 p.m., I'm not going to reply until the next day. Same as if I'm busy during the day and they message me, I don't need to reply until I have a free moment. So just setting those really clear boundaries with my clients is going to make me feel less stressed, I think, overall. So that's definitely something that I want to be mindful of. And then the last thing is setting aside at least 10 hours per week for working on my business rather than on client work, because I feel like currently I am not structuring my weeks in a way that's giving me time to work on personal stuff and work stuff. So I feel like I really need that time now to focus on my vision, focus on the next steps, because like I said, otherwise I'm just working on autopilot. Like I'm not even thinking about what's going to happen to my business in the next 3 to 6 months or like a year ahead. I'm only focused on the current client work I'm doing. And when you have your own business, it's a little bit dangerous to be doing that, because you always want to be thinking about how you're going to market yourself, how you're going to get those next clients in, how you're going to scale, how you're going to grow. And those are all things that I'm really passionate about, and I've just completely lost focus on, because I'm only focusing on client work. So that is a really important one for me, to set aside those hours in my diary to work on my business and focus on next steps. So those are all of my habits that I'm going to focus on for the next 30 days. I'm going to update you every day on how I'm finding things, and if I'm able to stick to everything. So I am excited to bring you guys along on this journey, and yeah, let's see how it goes. So Monday started off pretty strong. I started with the workout. I made myself a banana smoothie for breakfast, and then I got straight into work by 9 a.m. I did lots of client work, made myself a really healthy salad for lunch, which was very delicious. And then I went on a little walk to the Asian supermarket, which is one of my favorite places to go. And I got some ramen that I will be having on Tuesday. Finished off some more client work, and then I relaxed and had a carbonara for dinner. And I also posted one of the first reels I've posted in a while. And then it was 10 p.m. and time for bed. I had another kind of chilled morning, actually. So I was working on some agency stuff here, looking at some branding options. And then I made that ramen that I had, that I bought the other day. And I'm just making some soft-boiled eggs here as well. I had a tree and bought some flowers for myself. I've been wanting to buy some new flowers for the kitchen. The white rose is always my favorite. So I just put these in the vase and did some work for the rest of the day. And then I had some dinner that Josh made me, katsu curry, which is one of my favorites. And then I just cleaned up some of the storage on my MacBook, and it was already 10 p.m, so time for bed. Wednesday was a day where I had a meeting with Ro to discuss the agency and talk all things branding and website, which is very exciting, and here's a sneak peek. And it was raining, so I couldn't go for a walk, but I made some lunch. I had pasta and garlic bread, and then I did some work, and then I filmed a YouTube video. So that was my personal finance video that's live, and then I had some dinner. Day 4, so this was another busy day. I went straight into a call with my client and did a lot of work for her. And then I had a Pilates class just before lunch, so we did that, got home, made another salad, and it was a super busy day with work, so I treated myself to a takeaway, and I watched some reality TV to wind down. Friday, I had another very busy morning, so I got straight into work, and I'll catch you up with how the rest of the day went. Hey guys, so it is currently Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. and I thought I would film a little bit of an outro now. So I want to recap everything that's happened. You've probably seen little clips here and there from my week, but I've also got my list of habits that I wanted to stick to. And overall, I would say that I was able to stick to a lot of these pretty well. In terms of the sleep routine, it was looking good up until Wednesday, Thursday night. I started going to bed a little bit later, but that's also because my work days got a little bit busier. So I had to work a bit later as well. So I've noticed a pattern. The later I work, the later I feel like I need to sleep. So if I want to sleep early, by 10, I need to like really finish working by 6, 7 p.m. latest. And then waking up, that has been very good. I've been waking up at 7:30 a.m. every single day, no matter what time I sleep. And I know now, after speaking to a lot of people, that 7:30 a.m. is not very early at all. So I should probably aim for something a little bit earlier. But for me, it's pretty early because I used to wake up at like 8:30, 8:45. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get into the habit of 7:30 and then maybe work my way up. But when you're working for yourself, like, I mean, I don't have to go into the office or anything, so I don't really need to wake up that early. Just enough time to give myself a little bit of a morning routine and then get into work rather than getting straight into work as soon as I wake up. And then working out 2 to 3 times per week. So I worked out on Monday morning, and then I did a Pilates class yesterday. So I'm really feeling it now. Maybe next week I could do 3, but I'm happy with at least doing 2 this week. Being mindful of having a more balanced diet. So I tried to film as much of my meals as I could. And I would say generally they were pretty healthy. I didn't snack too much. I had 3 home-cooked meals per day, and then have like a little treat after lunch. But the goal wasn't to only eat healthy food, it was just to have more balance. So I guess that's okay, it's looking good. Planning at least 1 to 2 fun things per week. So I have a fun dinner booked tonight, so I guess that counts. And then that is all the health and wellness goals. And for work, having a workday routine, start at 9 a.m. and put my laptop up by 6 p.m. Okay, so the starting at 9 a.m. part, absolutely fine. I was able to start at 9 a.m. and this morning a little bit earlier because I was just so busy and felt kind of anxious about work, so I tried to get into it as early as possible. It's the putting down my laptop at 6 p.m. part that's really hard, especially now because I'm in the process of creating an agency. And like everything that goes into that, which is like the branding and the website and just the calls and stuff like that, takes time. And because I'm doing that on top of my very busy schedule with client work, it's just taking a lot more time than I really anticipated. And on top of that, a few clients came out of the woodworks and needed some additional things, and I kind of had to do that. So it was a bit stressful this week, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, putting my laptop down at 6 p.m. I was able to do that probably Monday and Tuesday, but for the rest of the week, I worked pretty late. So I need to work on that next week. Being more organized with storing work on my computer. So I actually overhauled my computer on one of the days. I put all of my video files and Final Cut Pro files onto my hard drive, freed up about 650 gigabytes, which is huge. So I have no issues with my laptop freaking out anymore about no storage because I've got so much storage left. And I've also uploaded everything else onto Google Drive for desktop, which I've been loving. Blocking out time for content creation and having 3 content pieces per week. I have achieved this. I'm very proud of myself, although since getting back into the swing of posting content, it's taken me, like, one reel that I posted took me so long. Like, took me half a day to film and edit. So I need to get quicker at this. I need to plan things out a little bit easier. And I know that I don't always have to make like super high production kind of videos. I can just create videos from content I've got on my camera roll. So that's something to keep in mind. But I have stuck to posting 3 times per week on my Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow me there. 1 YouTube video per week at least. So this week will be 2, I think, because I posted 1 on Wednesday night, and then I've got this one coming out this weekend. So that's 2. And then setting aside at least 10 hours per week to work on my business. I haven't really been clocking this, but I feel like I have done at least like 8 to 10 hours surely of working on my business. So I'm pretty pleased with all of that. I would say I definitely have areas to improve on, such as my work routine. But I'm also aware that this is kind of a busy period when I'm trying to build something up while also work on client work. I'm gonna have to put in those extra hours, and it's just gonna have to be a bit of sacrifice for now. But just feeling healthy and getting into more of a healthy routine is the goal. And I think I have definitely improved that from previous weeks. So I'm sure that it can only get better from here on out, and I'm excited to see how the next couple of weeks go. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And also let me know what kind of new habits you are wanting to start. I'll see you guys in my next video. Feeling in my soul. Feel inside my sacred body, taking no control. Feeling in my holy. Sacrifice me, the curse I'm holding.